Hello YouTube, it's Music Therapy Labs here at Jams Music in Dublin, California. And I'm adding to my series called Shop Your Mom and Pop Shop. And got the permission from the people inside to go in and check things out. Last time I was in the store, it was not nearly as big. They've definitely expanded and they've got a lot of killer gear. So Music Therapy Labs here, just wanted to share on this Sunday afternoon, Labor Day weekend. We're going to see if there's some deals. Might get a little something if there's something that I find interesting. But just wanted to continue on this new series, Shop Your Mom and Pop Shop. There you go.
Yeah, it was just this like
Drumsticks, of course. So we got a beautiful selection of ukuleles here.
Ocean Jasper.
Some for the kids.
I just thought it looked super
And we got the guys in the background there. They were talking about the bands that they're playing in. So one of the nice things about shopping in a local shop is that you get to talk to some of the musicians that work in the area. When I first walked in, I overheard them talking about their bands, and one of the customers that came in with a guitar that he needed to get set up found out that, hey, these guys are a band that they were actually into. They didn't even know. These are the players, and next thing you know, they're making connections. So that's an advantage of shopping at your mom and pop shop. Now this color is not coming out quite as nicely as it is in person. It looks a little hot pinkish on the video here, but it is a really nice kind of a almost kind of like Fender's Fiesta Red in person. Really nice selection of Taylors all around here, as well as some Yamahas. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, really nice. That rosewood side, probably the back as well. Beautiful spruce top. For $1,400, well, $1,500 plus tax, right? With a hard shell case, that is a solid, very nice looking guitar. Gorgeous. Yeah, that is a nice guitar. Looks like they're using string swing guitar hangers, which are excellent if you want to keep the finish on your guitars not getting messed up by the cheap rubber that the other companies will often use. Another thing they have here is a nice selection of Mesa Boogie amps. Rosette. I think these are acoustic amps. I wouldn't know because I don't amplify my acoustics much. I use my Black Star Fly 3-watt little mini amp for that. But I'm sure they would sound better through one of those. Beautiful Taylors in here. Look at that. They just make beautiful looking guitars, and they sound good too. Look at that color in that fret there anyway. Fretboard. I'm guessing it's color. It looks like color.
It's just really form fitted. So it's just gonna, it'll like,
doesn't say. Yeah, it doesn't say what the fretboard is. Maybe it is something of rosewood, but it sure looks like color to me. You know, because of the CITES laws that were passed internationally protecting rosewood, a lot of guitar manufacturers are having to find other types of materials to make their frets out of, and even their necks. And bottom line is, it's the furniture industry, not the guitar industry, that's using up all that wood. I mean, frets are only how thin, right? It's about maybe a 1/4 inch at most. Here we got some used equipment that's pretty cool. Look at that. Looks like a early 70s super reverb amp. $1,500. I'm assuming it's up and running. And for $400, a consigned Fender Blues Junior amp. That is nice. It's got a little bit of easy to fix vinyl repair there, but let's see what it's got inside. It's the Blues Junior 3 special Fender 12-inch. Not sure what type of amp speaker that is. So they also have a nice selection of ESPs here and LTDs. Some Music Man guitars. After I go through this little section, I'm going to show the guitar section in the middle here. That's just unbelievable. So some great beginner guitars here for a used guitar, $300-400. That's a pretty solid little single cut. Some EVH gear, of course, you gotta have some of that, and we have some loin suits. 15-watt little EVH 5150 3 tube amp, and the Katana, the famous Katana, and these. So I've been using my Fly Mini, and that's fine for me. But you know, if you want some effects in your living room, these are great. But I'm not that big of a fan of this ham radio look, to be honest. Some people like it. I'm not too big of a fan of it. And I'll just grab my pedals and hook them up to my Fly Mini in a jiff to get the effects I want. I like to mess around with pedals. In the beginning years of my playing, I was much more into the rack gear stuff because I was a keyboardist and synthesist, not really a guitar player. And so it was natural to me to go through menus and all that kind of stuff. Okay, here we got some nice guitars. So, the first effects rig I had was a Roland GP 100, I think it was called. These are nice, the Music Man Petrucci's. That thing must be a couple grand. Oh yeah, even more. $2,700 for the case. I love those. Like shield inlays. Oh, that's a cool color too. Yeah. Here's that black sparkle Petrucci model. That's so sick. I love it. Nice. Probably really nice to play. Petrucci's style of playing is so fast that he actually designed his guitar so the arc of his hand sweeping over the knobs to be able to access them quickly was a very important part of that design. Now the baked maple, or however you want to call that, kiln dried maple or caramelized maple or whatever you want to call it, they've really caught on and they look really cool, but I kind of like aged maple look, like on a couple of my Strats and my Tele. It's a nice LTD. Oh, I love that color. That's cool. Wow, $600. Sage green LTD, single cut, kind of thin body compared to the LP over here. Looks like a good ½ inch thinner. But look at that heel, that access. That's so much different than standard Les Paul, right? You're gonna be able to get down in there pretty easy. And then we've got some nice Charvels over here. Again with that baked maple neck, that hot orange. Jeff Beckish almost. I like that. And this is a veneered top, you can tell by the price. But can you really tell by that? Look at that. That's beautiful. Charvel is making some nice guitars. I mean, Fender Music Group, or whatever they call them, they are really killing it, if you ask me, when it comes to putting out into the market guitars people want. I think Gibson's going to be coming around. Gem. $2 grand. Nice with the gold parts and all. That's pretty killer. And it's kind of got that aged white look, so it's, I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of like a milky white. With the gold parts. Pretty sweet. Oh, and here we go. All the Randy Road fans out there. Here's a Les Paul custom.
It's just still losing and bobbing though.
Nice. Not quite as yellow as his turned out to be. I think this was a 74 or 72. I think it was a 74. Curious how much this thing's going for. Yeah. 28 Honda. And that's a very nice color too, that kind of tobacco burst teardrop with the age binding. Nice. Well, it looks like it's a maple top. That's got a very interesting grain to it. Real abalone. I think that's the real stuff. I don't think, well, maybe it could be just aged plastic. Yeah, it looks like it's the aged plastic kind of abalone. Looks to poor Lloyd. Washburn. Now, you don't see Washburn electrics much, but I could guarantee you this would be a dream to play. I've picked up a few Washburns, and look at that unique styling to that single cut, right? Almost kind of has this 335 horn and then Les Paul horn there. Stop tail bridge. This thing looks like it might be a used guitar. Yeah, it's a consigned guitar. So for 900 something, you'll probably be able to try to get a deal out of that. And a Kiesel guitar. Favorites of the Johnny Bean show. Let's not mess with Kiesel too much. They're local, you know. Maybe salmon pink is a color some people might like. This is nice. Look at that. That's pretty cool thin line. Look right there. An old school bridge. Look at that. See, I like the maple necks on fenders that are aged like that. The only problem with them is if it's not naturally aged, but it's, you know, obviously, yeah. Yeah, Fender American Vintage 69, yeah, $1,200. The frets, as you rub them and as they age over time, the finish is gonna flake off of there. So it's one negative attribute of the aged kind of poly finish that they put on these guitars. So I wanted to highlight something else here that I'm really, well, this is a nice Mark V. Yeah, that's nice. Look at that burgundy kind of Tolex on it. Awesome. So one of the amps that I wanted to highlight over here, outside of all these awesome used boogies and new boogies, is the Fillmore 50. Love this gold one. It's just so cool, man. There's several players I could imagine loving to play that gold colored one, but yeah, these I think are basically Mesa's way of trying to give you an all-around amp that'll do everything you need it to do on today's stage, right? You don't need it to be too loud, but you need to have some headroom, so you got 50 amps there. And the main point being is that you have, you know, the two channels, the gain and the other more clean channel set up. And so two channels here, you've got masters on each side and reverb and presence, bass, mid, treble, and gain, right? However, there's an additional drive that you can kick in, and you can basically, you know, set this thing up so you can get that killer plexi kind of sound. Apparently that's what they were going for. Here's one in the head. That's really what I'd like to get right there. How much is that? 1,500. I think these are like 18. No, 1,700. So you got that really classic crunch rock sound with the, you know, cleans to die for. And here's some other more California stylings here, the tweeds, that very cool mint green. And as promised, here's the guitar section. So we got some Gretches. Got some, oh, look at this Sandinas. Mahogany. That's pretty sweet. I mean, you can't complain today as a guitarist. You can get for probably under $1,000 a complete setup that would just rock. Compared to like when I was growing up, you couldn't, you know, even dream of anything like that. That LTD SG style. Really nice. Look at this Ibanez S series right here. Yeah. That caramelized maple. Or is that mahogany? No, that looks like Bobinga or something else. Let's see what it is. This says doesn't really say. So this is a poplar burl. Nice. Wow. So for $400, you can buy an Ibanez S series guitar like this. Probably rocks the house. The Sunset or Sunrise guitars. Now here's an interesting little rocker right here. Yeah, this is like, I guess the Geo series. Yeah, these are like $200-300. Yeah, $150. Yeah, but you know, these are for kids, right? But can you imagine getting to start off that way? So I'm going the wrong direction now. Some Ibanez makes excellent hollow bodies as well. That is sick. It's like a Daphne blue, but it looks like it's got a bit of a sparkle to it. No, it's like a, yeah, you know, the lighting, I wish I adjusted the lighting a little better, but this looks a lot more bright blue than it is in person. It's a very nice kind of baby blue color, kind of like a sky blue. Nice sparkle in that. Very subtle but beautiful in the light. Look killer. Yeah, and are you kidding me? I would have thought this was twice that. Yeah. Nice. And some Gretches. Electromatics, and what's this? Phantom Metallic color. So the 5622T, so electromatic. It's a nice burgundy kind of a, actually it's more like a, what are they calling it? It's kind of like a brandy color. Nice. String swing guitar hangers, of course, if you want to keep the finish on your guitar in good condition. That's what you want to use. Yeah, I like these Jets too. That's a sweet guitar. And for under $500, you're getting quality like this. I mean, these are probably made in Indonesia or Korea. Probably doesn't say right here. It might say on the back of the neck though. Nope. That's an interesting kind of almost Rickenbacker-esque kind of a cutaway. A mini version of something like that, right? Doesn't that look like that? That's cool. It's a Corvette. I love Corvettes. Don't you love Corvettes? That's so sick. And now we have some Jacksons. That's pretty sick.
Got any questions on bass gear or anything?
No, I'm just kind of looking around.
Look at that
So
pearl.
for guitar amps, it looks like you guys have
So 40% off on all Jacksons. That must be the deal of the century. Look at this Pro Soloist, 40% off that. So you're getting this for roughly
EDH stuff.
$500.
Shooting higher game stuff.
Gotcha.
And then these amps over here
Holy
would be
shit.
signed.
Might have to,
Alright.
might have to come back.
They're all used. Super.
40% off.
15.
Yeah.
Can be
Basically,
that.
okay, and I go, that's a number.
That's sick.
If you want to play through though, it's cool. It's a 1970. I think it's all
And
original.
most of these play pretty well. Every time I pick one up, they
Doesn't
play
even
well.
rise, it's got a little wear on the outside and whatnot, but it still sounds
You know,
good.
these are still
And
higher
what's the
quality
entry point? What's the cheapest
guitars than your
basic?
cheapo
God, like, this is for
versions.
Okay. What kind of stuff is it?
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Just
That one right there.
It's like a year. And,
That is cool.
he's
Ash body, natural.
white stripe.
Okay,
Looks
totally.
like 20 pieces. Looks like a solid, yeah, maybe, okay, one piece.
Not the, no,
It's got a piece together right there,
They're
and
really
then
great
right,
amps.
maybe
They
right
don't have the
there.
most friendly.
Yeah, it looks like it's,
No, so like, I think if you're looking, they make.
it's hard to tell.
This is the
Looks
50
like
watt version.
one,
They make, which is
two,
is a lot. Two, you know.
three-piece
They make a
body.
25 watt, which is
Probably more easy
smaller,
to tell on the
and
back.
I think that's gonna be like still like 14.
Oh, this one's locked
13
in.
or 14.
Dude, this pretty, dude, yeah, that rate, like, start buying, that's where you
That's
start buying
sweet.
this.
So for
Yeah, it depends
600
what
bucks.
you like, because you can buy with the head and cab format or the combo. Depends what you want to do, what
Nice.
level of volume you really want, and everything. But yeah, the basic
must
stuff
be
is
made in
really
Mexico,
cheap.
MX, right?
Really great
Mexico,
stuff.
Japan,
All the
right? Or
guitars
Mexico,
played, like,
Jackson,
basically
MX. That's what I'm guessing that means.
Um,
Probably right.
These are about 19 now. This is a custom one, so the price is a little raised up.
So 40%
But this
off
is
that. So
great
for
all
600
around
bucks,
combo, Mark 5, 35.
you can get a pretty sweet
I think their standard price is 19.
Jackson Super Stretch like that. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
No, it's a nice little solid state amp.
I think we have a bunch of like student level.
He was interested.
Oh, look at that.
Cool,
Yeah.
Pacifica.
but
These are really good guitars too for the money. I mean,
like if you want to be
$350.
Yes. Yeah.
And some other student level acoustics.
Computer.
Dobro
Like, you put on your desk,
resonator.
Super light and battery powered.
So,
in case you do that. You have, like,
yeah, I think
user
we'll
memory,
conclude
do stuff for, like, if you're trying to eventually
conclude
play
this
with
video
people,
here. It's going a bit
not
long,
really hit that.
but yeah, if you want to pick up some bluegrass, you can do some banjoing
you
here.
would want this.
Yeah.
You see the orange ones
Yeah.
are cool, and you know, he can
Of
take
course,
all
some
the
pianos.
pictures.
Let's think on those a little bit.
Totally, yeah.
It looks cool.
Yeah, yeah, very, they plug it on. You know how it looks.
Yeah, I got what you're
You guys should know that song.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to say goodbye.
There's also like
Thanks for watching Music Therapy Labs. Subscribe, like, comment, share, and most importantly, come visit Jam's Music here in Dublin.
Definitely.
Yeah, and check out this guy's band, Blue
Yeah.
Moon or something, or
Moondrops.
Moondrops.
Yeah.
Blue Moon.
Check us out.
Moondrops, right on. I'm gonna check
Yeah.
them out on my drive home. I'm gonna look it up on YouTube.
Totally, man.
Are you on YouTube?
Yeah, we're on YouTube.
Right on.
All the major streaming services,
Sweet.
Spotify, Apple Music, wherever. So,
Awesome. We're gonna check them out.
Yeah, no doubt. Thanks
All
for
right.
coming in.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm gonna go out. I'll go back and buy something. So I'm gonna head out and come back, check this place out again. But definitely shop your mom and pop shops. Music Therapy Labs out.